What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. A very happy Tuesday. Damn, almost forgot the date. Happy Tuesday, September 20th. I hope you all are doing well wherever you're at in the world at the time you find this reaction. In this reaction, we'll be reacting to the 9th episode of the second season of Love Live Superstar. Just a couple of things that I wanted to say as we get this party started. First and foremost, apologies for some of the adjustments I had to make to the end of my last reaction. So I tested the waters and it didn't work. Bandai was not happy with me. So those of you who watched last week's reaction will know that I showed the broadcast overlay because there was just a lot of issues last week. The subtitles didn't release. Come to find out, Crunchyroll didn't have any subtitles, and so everyone kind of took their streams from Crunchy, and so everyone was posting videos with no subtitles. And then when I did get the version that had subtitles, it was the broadcast version, which I was like, okay, not an issue. It's just going to be maybe a 1 second delay when I sync everything up. But then there was something that got me in trouble called Song of Liela. So those of you who either follow the YouTube channel or are in Japan perhaps, and you watch the broadcast version, in Japan there is a special segment of each episode of Liela when it wraps up called Song of Liela. It's like a 60-70 second little nice snippet to end off the episode. And so I haven't gotten to embrace any of that or enjoy any of that because of course I don't live in Japan. So I saw it at the end of my reaction. I said, well, why not? I'll go ahead and react to it too. And I ended up putting the overlay on, and I thought I'd get away because I don't have any issues with any Love Live related songs showing in my videos when I have it in the background music or anything. So, I showed it, and yeah, they were not happy. NHK was not happy. Bandai was not happy. I almost got a strike, and I would have gotten a strike if it wasn't for the fact that when you're uploading your videos, YouTube will tell you when you're in strike territory, and it was like, nope, Bandai blocked it. If you publish this, it'll be a strike. Don't share this, completely redo your video. So I ended up just having to block that out, and as a result, I will not use the broadcast stream again just to play it safe. So I did have to wait a day. It looks like everyone's getting the feeds for... They're getting the broadcast feeds as quickly as they come out now. So the episode for 9 was available on Sunday, but I had to wait until Tuesday today because I didn't want to risk that. And I've gotten in a pretty good place with all of my channels, and at least on the YouTube side of things, I'm not trying to get my channel struck down. So sorry guys, it was nice, but if you do want to watch the broadcast version, go check it out and go watch the Song of Liela snippets at the end of it. No, I will not tell you where to find those snippets because I am not going to be getting in trouble by supporting pirating, but that's pretty much how this struggle's been this season since it's so hard to even get this show to start with. So yeah, but enough about that. In the last episode of Liela, the second season, episode 8 was titled Chance Way. Today's episode is titled For Victory, and in last week's episode we did get to see things start to come together for the regional preliminaries. So those of you who've been keeping up know that they've done things a little differently this year. I guess COVID hit them too, and so they decided to have everyone do remote performances, and in doing so the discussion was over what the venue should be for said preliminary performance. And also before that started, we did get our new student council fully established. Now I promised you guys I was going to remember my girl's name because she is going to be contributing to the council and helping the girls out, and I plan to hold to that promise. So the new member of the student council, and the only one that's part of the student council that's not part of the idol group Liela, her name is Nanakusa, and please do not get her mixed up with Nazuna Nanakusa, because if you do a Google search for Nanami, it's going to pull up Nazuna from Call of the Night. No, she is not a vampire. She is a separate character, and it's in her own show. And she is the treasurer and is going to be supporting our girls and is also helping them out with the logistics of things while they try to figure things out for Love Live and the regional preliminaries. So I did just want to remind you all of who she is, and she is a very important person, and everyone who helps Liela out must be equally recognized. So we truly do welcome Nanami to the mix of things. And so throughout the duration of the episode really was just a lot of dialogue figuring that out. Our girls May and who was it? May and who was it? Who was the other one? Chisaro? Who? I can't remember. Not Chisaro. Oh my goodness. Natsumi. May and Kay. Good gracious. Y'all can tell it's been a long 7 days for me. It was May and Cuckoo. May and Cuckoo. May and Cuckoo. Goodness, I'm going to get this down. They wanted to use the baseball stadium, and of course that was not a great idea, and that easily fell apart, and they were kicked out of the stadium and probably completely embarrassed themselves. And ultimately a decision was made not to use the stadium nor the school at all, because as Khan and them said, they realized that using the school constantly would take attention away from other clubs that should equally have a right to want to be established. And so as of such, they did decide they still wanted to be off-site, but they needed to choose a place a little more logical with doing their performance. And of course, as we saw at the end of the episode, they decided instead of using a baseball stadium, they were going to shut down actual streets. So we ended up shutting down a whole bunch of roadways, and they ended up using a section of roadway that is the, as they say, the cross sections where all paths lead to, leading to their school. And they did perform their new song last episode called Chance Day, Chance Way. Of course, by the end of the episode, we did see the return of none other than Vienna Margaret, who was hiding in the cut. Not really hiding in the cut, but was just watching her from a distance. And as I've told y'all, I've been waiting for her appearance, and I guess that now that she has appeared, because they've now, as we all know, passed regionals with flying colors, we're now moving on to the main part of the competition, which of course means Vienna Margaret is inevitably going to have to be a pain in their side, aka best girl stuff. And that's kind of where we left off at. So I did like last week's episode. I thought it was really well put together, and it wasn't anything overly sophisticated or overly complicating, but we did get a new song out of it. We got them past regionals, and now we are getting to the meat of everything that's getting ready to transpire as Leela moves into its second attempt at winning Love Live. So yeah, I'm pretty happy and I'm pretty satisfied. All of my comments that I've said from previous episodes about the show still remains, where as of right now, the first season still kind of beats out the second season just a little bit, but it has definitely been enjoyable. And also I have to say that after the video game episode that we had with Ren, nothing could possibly overcome that, because that episode was just absolute insanity, and I absolutely loved it. It was just really, really enjoyable, and it was just really, really hilarious episode. So yeah, with that said, that's all the thoughts I have for you pre-reaction. I'm gonna go put some eye drops in this eye real quick, and when I come right back, which will be a split second for y'all, we'll get this reaction started. Alright guys, and I'm back, and we're going to go ahead and get this 9th episode started. Again, the title of today's 9th episode of the second season is titled For Victory. So let's go ahead and let me make sure my screen's good here. Sound is up, subtitles are on. Alright, let's get this episode reaction started in 3, 2, 1. And so we decided to use the middle of a roadway, in which all kinds of special permits were necessary. Yep. And you know who else's path it connects you to? Yep, it connects you to her. Alright, but to Tokyo we go. There was no doubt. Hey. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we'll go with that. My girl, you was cute. You already know. See? Don't be like that, May. Shiki's such a good support. Oh, Ren. The new news is y'all probably gonna lose again. I just know it. Actually, have we forgotten who y'all biggest rivals actually probably about to be? Yep. Yep. Wait, are they not on it? Oh! Whoa! Whoa! SunnyPa didn't even make it? Did they even go? Did they even do it? Well, dang, they're about to just destroy my whole theory altogether now. I said several episodes ago it's going to be Vienna beating them in the finals. No, they're not even here. Well, there went my smile. Dang. Whoa. Impossible. They literally replaced rivals. That's what I'm saying. Did they even apply? Yes. Excuse me. Don't tell me I just didn't want to go for it after all. They got knocked out? They got beat? They actually got beat out? Wait. But what were the other group's performances that caused y'all to get knocked out? They lost to her. Wait, she knocked them out of the... I can't believe she actually knocked them out though. Wait, but what about the other groups? Because now I gotta see the other performance. Oh, they must have been in the same category and so didn't stand a chance in that category. I can't believe it. They got blown away. I mean, yeah. I'm blown. I'm blown. I thought it was going to be a three-way final competition. Damn. That's wild. That's wild. Damn. But it is like that, though. Just like that. It can be all over. And you can't be caught sleeping. I gotta say, I did not see them actually losing that quickly. But not just to lose, but to get overwhelmingly blown out. Wow. I hope she was here, huh? Bruh, no, you gotta come back now. You knocked your girl SunnyPa out. You gotta come back. Stop that. Of course. Let's not stoop to these levels, guys. Oh my goodness. Let's not do that. It has been, but let's not do that. Bruh. So she's definitely there. Uh-oh. I mean, but this is what we as a community have expressed since we started watching this, that this would be a problem. But it's more than just keeping up with steps and actually being in. No, exactly. And that's why I don't know if it was smart adding this many new members. Yeah, since we've already made a commitment to them that we wouldn't knock the training down. Yeah. But this is a complicated situation, though. We've added these amount of members, and now SunnyPa, who we thought was going to be here with us, got completely obliterated. If they got obliterated, and they're established. And this is why, in the third universe of Niji, they chose not to compete. Because they wanted to focus more on having fun, like she said. To have to make up that amount of space and skill level in such a short amount of time. Don't do that. Don't do that. I can't stand these two. They love each other so much. And here's the rain. This girl been so focused on her having to go back home. She really cares about Cuckoo, as we all do. But it concerns all of y'all, Cuckoo. Oh. Sumire cares so much about her. Dang. It's a tough situation to be in on multiple fronts. It really just messed everybody up that SunnyPa got knocked out. And here she is. How can I help you tonight? Will you now? Oh man, this goes deeper than just the fact that they might not make it past the Tokyo thing. This girl said that Love Live ain't even nothing anyway. Basically, by that statement. Now, did it go up or down? No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Oh, oh. It's gonna cause the strife. Oh no. Oh no. Cuckoo is like, I did not tell you to do that. I mean, I'm scared of her. That's right, frankly. Since you've already competed as a five. Wow, I would think that'd be a loophole. But see, this goes all the way back to adding five members. I mean, adding four new members to start with. If there wasn't so much weighing on this year, including Cuckoo's situation, Sumire's even willing to start strife. And this is also true. She's choosing to be the enemy. We almost got a slap. Oh man. Trust me, my girls, there's a much deeper situation going here that even the second years don't all know because nothing's been said. And this was really something that should have been dealt with before we had new members. Sumire's doing all this for the very girl that's right beside y'all. Yeah. Also, this situation is a bit beyond y'all. Yeah, but Sumire's whole reason for even doing that was for a whole nother reason. Oh. They're gonna bow out. They're gonna bow out. But this just gap in talent right now. That's the logical decision, but also Kana will not allow them to perform without all nine. Oh. Oh. Oh, Sumire. Oh. Oh. About to put y'all through hell. Y'all needed that though. However, again, I still go back to what we've been talking about this whole episode. And obviously, I know that the power of love, life, and friendship is going to help them succeed through this. But realistically, the talent level still is so far away from each other. But we'll see. We'll see. And now everybody knows about what's hanging on the balance of Cuckoo, so. Whew! Almost had me tear up a little bit there. Oh, they almost had me there, not gonna lie. The song that resonates through Shibuya. Okay, so I didn't think we were going to get the unveil about the situation behind Cuckoo this episode, but that has happened now. So obviously, for those of you who remember from the first season, it has been very, well, even putting the first season aside, even if you, for some odd reason, started only on the second season, it had been made very clear for a while what rides on Cuckoo's ability to succeed in Love Live. And remember that there is a lot of pressure on her to return immediately home if this does not work, or her parents do not want her, as you know, in their opinion, wasting time on something that is just not working out. But this is the dream that she has always wanted to do. And you know, Sumire, I really want to talk about Sumire for just a moment, because just like with Natsume, out of the new girls now, Sumire was my least favorite character of the 5 girls in the first season up until her revelations. And she really came through in a big way. And not only did she come through in a big way with her character growth and development, but when she learned what was going on with Cuckoo, it became more than just about her. You know, at the end of the day, Sumire, just like all 5 of our original girls, truly loves what they have created up to this point. Obviously, she's always big on showbiz, and she kind of tends to revert back to her old ways every now and then. But even putting that aside, Sumire has really grown as a character in this show, as a member of Liela, and she's matured. And you know, she was the one who called Natsume out on her bullshit. She's called a lot of people out on their nonsense, and she really has become, more or less, as I would say, a very reliable member in this group. She loves Liela to every bit of her soul and heart. But above all, she loves her first, now second years. She wants to make sure that they all go out together. And if Cuckoo's not here, this isn't Liela. You know, it's one thing if we lose one of the new girls that just joined. It's another thing if we lose one of our original members of the group. And that means a lot to her. And so it was something that even Cuckoo couldn't truly understand and grasp, that this had been weighing so hard on her. You know, when they lost the first live, that really weighed down incredibly heavily on her conscience, on her soul, because she knew there would not be another opportunity if they failed a second time. There was almost not another opportunity failing the first time, and we barely got to a point where all 5 girls were able to continue their journey in the second time. Now, I'm going to be fair, I'm a very similar person in personality to someone like Cuckoo. When if it's something that is personally my conflict to deal with, I truly don't like involving others in my conflict. For those of you who've been keeping up with my real life, that have watched my other reactions, you'll know that I am actively still going through a transition of sorts from something that was very near and dear to me. And I don't like involving people that have been trying to help with my circumstances as I move on to the next stage of my life. I don't like them being involved. I don't like anyone being involved with my personal life whatsoever. So I feel on a very personal level when Cuckoo's like, I hate you. I'm so tired of you being involved all the time. But she also knows that her and Sumire have a bond that is incredibly special. You know, obviously we know that Kanan and Chisato, they have their really close bond, as we saw in the first season. When Chisato was trying to do her thing away from Kanan, she was trying to show that she could make this happen. But I could say that it's one of those things where you don't have to know someone your entire life to have a close bond and relationship with said person. And the bond that Sumire and Cuckoo have it's really special, and we really got to see it come out. And you know that, as Cuckoo said, she saw that Sumire was crushing herself over this and tried so many different ways to get her not to be involved. But at the end of the day, it's far too late, because Sumire just spilled it all. You know, she does not want them to be separate, even if that meant her having to become the enemy, become the bad guy, even if that meant putting the first years against her. Losing Cuckoo basically means losing a part of herself in this group. And, you know, putting even Liela aside, it's weird that Sumire would not truly accept, even now, that really Cuckoo is really her cherished friend. She is her best friend. She is basically a part of her now. And to lose that, it's just not something that she's willing to sacrifice. So we definitely got to see that revelation unfold. I didn't know it was going to unfold there. But even putting aside them being able to finally have that moment of crying and being able to confide in each other while the other girls, including the first years, got to bear witness to what there has been being hidden from them, that there's a lot riding on the balance of this. This brings me back to one of my root issues with this second season. And again, it's Love Live. So I know some of you are going to be like, Ryan, you've been involved with Love Live. Out of all the different franchises and universe of idols that I've watched, and I've watched plenty of idol shows now, Idol Master, Idly Pride, Selection Project, a lot of other shows that have, that have shown more of the darker side of the idols world and, the distressing side. And even right now, me watching Shine Coast, another example. I know that this isn't like any of those shows in which point there's going to be success with the 9, no matter what. And they're going to find a way to make it seem that all of a sudden the skill set suddenly developed overnight and all 9 are able to compete at the same level. But I hate to say it, guys, I want to see Leela lose a second time. I do. That would be the reality check. That would be the entire reality check for everybody involved, that the power of friendship will not help you overcome skill set issues. And I do genuinely believe, going into the next 3 episodes that will wrap up this, or correction, 4 episodes, because it's the 13th episode, I believe. Let me check real quick just to make sure. No, it is 12 episodes. So we have 3 episodes remaining for this season. And I know that their resume is going to put them through a lot of heartaches, a lot of painful points. And for the first year, they're going to realize very quickly how much further they have to go before they can get to the level of the first year, of the second years now. But even when that is all said and done, I'm the type of person that agrees with Sumire. I do, that you can practice all day long, but they are already in the Tokyo segment of this Love Live competition now. And I don't think there's a lot of time before that next competition happens. And you're asking a lot of these first years. And personally, this is why those of you who might have played sports, or those of you who might have been in band and stuff like that, I personally did all of it. This is why you'll have people be redshirted the first year to still perform, practice, obviously have shows that are not with how much is on the line here being on the line. But for those big competitions, a lot of times you will see, those people be redshirted. They will watch. And if they're at the level necessary, then yes, they will proceed with the competition. But if they haven't arrived at that level that's necessary to compete, they will back out, let the seniors and the people who are ready do the cut. And that's why you have cutoff. You have checkoffs and everything and stuff. And if you don't check off, you don't perform. It would be nice to see something like that. Like, hey, and this is the only way I'll accept a victory. If they have like checkoffs and they're like, hey, if y'all aren't at this level by this time, by this week, y'all can't perform, and we'll have to wait until the next time we do this. But again, that will go against Kanon's entire way of existence, and it will also go against the entirety of the Love Live universe. So I know I've been all over the place here in these last couple of minutes, but the long story short of it is I don't want to see an easy way out. And for them to succeed knowing that the first years are still not at the level. Because in my opinion, yes, that is the writing that we always get in the Love Live universe. But because of the very nature of this particular show and the fact that we put in a whole bunch of new members so quickly, I don't know if I would be able to say that I accept a Leela victory, knowing how far away the first years are from the talent and skill set at this point. So that's just my raw thoughts, guys. And like I said, I've said this throughout the entire running of this season and throughout all of my reactions. I know that the committee will still find a way to definitely wring our emotions at the end, even if whether it's in victory or in defeat. And I'm sure that I'll still get to the end of the season and say I really enjoyed this episode. But just because I've watched a couple shows, especially lately, where hard work doesn't all the time mean success, and in real life that is the case too, that would be the biggest reality point. And for a season that has already kind of tested the waters with the Yuri side of things, it would really be the icing on the cake and a change for the franchise if they showed that, sometimes just because your heart's in it and just because the power of friendship is here, it doesn't always mean that you'll still succeed. And I think that for Vienna Margaret, she is about to educate them very quickly to that very reality. And we're going to see how things go from this point forward. So that's my reaction, guys. Lasted a little longer than I wanted to, but I really wanted to express the conflict that I'm feeling right now with this second season of the fourth group and why I was against us adding so many new members, because I knew I was going to be conflicted at this point, and I'm just very interested to see where we go from this point forward. So thanks a lot for watching my reaction, guys. I really do appreciate it. This does officially conclude the reaction part of this video. If you did like the reaction, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And if you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So two things I did want to add to the end of the video, and a few of you actually both here on my previous YouTube videos and on my Bilibili and other channels that I post these to say that you actually like me talking about it, because obviously not all of us have the time to keep up with it. So just want to let y'all know other things that are going on in the Love Live universe. And obviously we had really one big thing and then just one reminder. Nijigasaki did wrap up their fifth live. Their second set of live performances for their fifth live happened this past weekend at the Musashino Forest Sports Plaza in Tokyo. The title of the theme of this performance was Next Tokimeki. It did happen on September 17th and 18th. If you guys have not already checked out the performance, please do so. They had a wonderful set of performances to the previous weekend and to this past weekend, and the archive for the second set of performances will remain live via the official Love Live page and the applicable channels up until Friday. The second thing I wanted to announce, and this was announced as part of the performance, is we are going to get a Nijigasaki short animation. This is very similar to all the Shidi animes that we tend to get for very popular shows. The title of it is going to be Nijion Animation, and it is based on the 4-Koma series that has been running as of late. So we do not know how many episodes are going to be part of this. Short series tend to run anywhere between 4, 8, and 12 episodes in length, and those episodes tend to be about, I would say, half the time of a regular episode. So 10 to 12 minute episodes are probably what you could expect. Perhaps a little shorter. We don't really have a lot of information pertaining to this series just yet, as it was just announced. But if I do hear anything else more before the this season of Love Live Superstar ends, I will definitely make sure to relay that to all of you. So that wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and until next week's reaction, catch you later.